Okay, folks, welcome back. And today, despite my backdrop, you find me in sunny Ireland. Now, Ireland is a place where I feel great resonance. My dad was Irish. I feel a lot more Irish in my mind than I am English, even though I was born and bred in England. So there you go. I'm here at the in the Emerald Isle, searching for leprechauns today. So that's that's my reality, folks. And I just really want to record a video today for you based on some of the comments I've been reading, because it's clear that I give snippets of lots of different things, and the full context of what I teach can be lost here. So there's been some very interesting comments and true comments as well, and they're very relevant within certain microcosms of the stuff that I teach. So I just want to give the sort of big picture overview of where it all leads, what I'm trying to do, where it all leads, and where I think certain messages get lost in the ether. Because we're all on our own journey. We're all going to get triggered in different ways. We're all going to have different things to learn. We all have a different journey, folks. And that's really important in the energy world. Very important to learn, to integrate, and to grow from. So there you go. So let me recap on start to finish, really. Finish goal is, the end goal is that you will love yourself as much as you love the closest person in your life. That is the goal for the empath, because the empath is guilty of giving too much of themselves at the expense of themselves, of dropping too much, of prioritizing other people's well-being above their own, of um, of wanting to be that person that heals the world, of heals everything, that will help complete strangers, that will do anything for their friends and family. That's a lovely thing to have. It really is. It's a nice quality. But the goal of this channel is really to work out a couple of critical things. I talk about narcissism a lot because empaths tend to attract narcissist healers. Empaths tend to attract them. Now, narcissists can be seen as a nasty force of nature with no empathy, which on the surface is true. But the goal of the narcissist in the world of the healer and empath is to get you to wake up to your own power, to prioritize your own needs, and to start saying no to people. So even though they come across as a very negative force, they are actually quite positive, depending how you want to view it. They are our teachers. They are our goal. They are the people who bring us to the point of enough is enough. And if there weren't narcissistic forces in our world to teach us these lessons, to crank up the pressure in the way that they do so inimitably, then we would probably spend our lives not getting the lessons. So I'm not saying that narcissists are all bad. Healers aren't all good. Narcissists aren't all bad. In fact, the big lesson of life is to own that there's a part of everything that we attract into our awareness is a part of us, that there are a certain set of circumstances, there's a time, there's a place where we could become that. And ultimately, for people that have been found themselves backed into a corner with nowhere to run, then it helps. It helps to have a toolkit where you can become that dark energy or that dark force. I mean, certainly given some of the situations I found myself while backpacking where I thought my life was at risk, there's probably another story for another day. But what I can tell you is it is a very useful skill set to be able to plant the seed of doubt in someone that you might be more lunatic than they are. That's all I'm saying, folks. That's a lesson that I've had to learn along the line, that you can be as nice for as long as you like, but there will always be a set of circumstances where being the nice person is just not going to cut it, especially when you perceive that your life is at risk. So that's me taking this out to an extreme there. So narcissists aren't all bad, healers aren't all good. And that's the bottom line. That everyone that attracts into our life, we need to own that. If something triggers you with someone else's personality or the way that they behave or the way that they show up, then that is an invitation for you to own why it's triggering you. And remember, it's you that's triggered. And the reason that you're triggered is because there's something bad that they're doing that you haven't owned. There's a bad part of you, or that there's something that you're just not prepared to tolerate. And that's to do with drawing your own boundaries. So most healers, empaths, light workers will tolerate bad behavior better than most people. And how that manifested to me in my work role as a nurse, I was very good at calling people down, calling people that were losing the plot, being able to talk to them, being able to calm people. It's a great skill set to have. But if you're doing it all the time with everyone, and some people don't really warrant it, when in actual fact, a far harsher approach would get you much swifter results on a more sustainable level, then learning that adaptable skill set is the goal here. So it's really important for everybody to understand that no one is completely good and no one is completely bad, and that you will attract into your world people who are there to trigger you. And that is your invitation, not necessarily to have a go at them, but to look inside and ask yourself, why am I triggered? Why is this triggering me? What is it about this behavior? What is it about this person that I haven't yet owned within myself yet? Now, no doubt there'll be people out there thinking, well, there's certain people, they're nothing like me. When you look at terrible criminals, murderers, pedophiles, things like that, it's very easy to say, no, there's no part of that in me. And you're probably not ready to even entertain the conversation that revolves around this. But the bottom line is, folks, that the goal here is to not judge anyone, to be unjudgmental. You're not the judge and jury. Nobody's the judge and jury. The only person that you're the complete judge and jury of is yourself, your own actions, your own thoughts. And as long as you keep that as the goal, then that is the goal. I'm not going to even suggest that you are anything like these people. All I'm going to suggest is that if you're triggered for a reason, folks. There's a reason that you are choosing to be triggered. If you can look at anyone that's done anything and have a non-judgmental approach, that is the goal. And that's not to say that we agree with what they're doing, but there's a set of life circumstances that could get people to do anything. There is a set of things that if they happen to you, that you would probably be driven to do the same things. Just because you haven't had that life experience doesn't make you the judge and jury of the person that has, which is why guilt and judgment are the two pillars of everything, folks. Guilt, judgment, guilt, judgment. Every problem in life stems from those two pillars. When we judge others, it comes from a place of judging them through our set of values and not understanding where they are. And guilt comes from believing other people too much. You know, having things that you do that you think, oh, no, I couldn't possibly tell anyone this. You judge yourself. Guilt is self-judgment. So judgment ultimately is at it is the linchpin of everything that collapses around our world when we judge things, when we set expectations, when we put our beliefs, our ideals on other people or other things. So there you go. There's a very broad context of the bigger principles of the stuff that I want to bring to you. My goal for the healer and the empath is to reset your priority list and put the priority where looking after you is at least as high as looking after the people that you love the most. That's a really hard thing for a healer, an empath, and a light worker to do. Valuing yourself, loving yourself as much as you love the person you love most in life. Because if you are not the person that you love most in life, then something's wrong. And of course, the belief is that if you love yourself as more than anyone else in your life, I'm not going to say more than anyone, I'm going to say as much as the person, and that's as critical as the person you love the most. That's a critical distinction, because if you loved yourself the most, then that makes you a narcissist. If you love yourself more than everybody else, you've hit the narcissistic zone. So there's a very fine line. There's a happy balance here, that you can love your friends as much as you love yourself. You can love your partner as much as you love yourself. But learning to love yourself on equal par with everybody else is the goal for the empath, the healer, and the light worker. And the narcissist just takes that to another level, where they by default love themselves the most and they have no empathy. So finding that balance between narcissism and total empathy is the goal. And nobody's perfect. Even the lightest person, the biggest healer, has a dark side, and even the worst narcissist has a good side. So there you go. I hope this clarifies some of the bigger picture of everything else that I teach, or I suggest, or I guide you towards when I talk about this stuff on my channel. So there you go. Hopefully this video will straighten out some of the people who've commented and made some good comments. And I just want to keep inviting you all to share your comments, because I do read them and I do curate my content around them. So thank you for everyone that's commented, and not just the people that are telling me, oh, this has really helped me. Some people put some fairly controversial and, dare I say, negative stuff. That stuff's as equally value to me, because if we can't be in touch with the people that don't agree with us, if we shut them down and cease to give them a voice, we enter the world of delusion. So even the people that are there putting the most negative comments on this channel, please feel free to continue. Where I join the line, the only comments I've deleted, folks, are comments that are blatantly promoting something that's not related to the video. Especially one that I saw that come up instantly and had 91 likes attached to it. That felt like a bot or some sort of scam. So I've deleted one comment so far from this, from my threads. Otherwise, I intend to leave everything up. Everyone has a voice on this channel, the positive, the negative, the indifferent, because the positive can be the negative. It's all in our mind. It's all in our perception of it. So everyone has a place. Everyone has a voice, folks. I'd like to thank you for all of your contributions to what's happened on this channel, and to keep inviting you back, because it's not my intention for this just to be about me talking to you. I will interview people. I will be getting more people involved. I'll be bringing different perspectives, and I'll be bringing people that are considerably brighter than I am, because we all need to know our limitations as well. So thank you for listening to my little talk today. Please do keep liking and sharing and commenting. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so, because this is going to be a forum of lively debate. Hopefully you get that from this video today, where everyone has a voice. And to all of you naysayers, all of you people that are disliking the videos, thank you to you as well, because you help with the algorithm. So it's all good. It's all good in my world, folks. We're all empowered. We're all got our big boy or big girl pants on to be able to take to feedback. There's no such thing as positive and negative criticism. It's all feedback, folks. And if you can't take it, then you probably shouldn't have a channel on YouTube. So there you go. I just want to say that I've got my big boy pants on. I can take a knock here and there. I'm very open to alternative perspectives, and thank you all for your contributions.